It's Tuesday, April 30th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Two more suspects in the Babylon body parts case are due in court today. Amanda Wallace and Stephen Brown are expected to face a judge in Riverhead. Both are expected to face additional charges for their alleged roles in the murders of Malcolm Brown and Donna Connealy. Yesterday, Alexis Nieves and Jeffrey Mackey were charged with murder in the stabbing deaths and beating of the Yonkers couple in their Amityville home. The victims' remains were found scattered around parts of Babylon and Bethpage.
There was a lot of illegal conduct occurring between the victims and the defendants, which in part was the impetus for the murders, presumably. But we don't have to prove motive, so I'm not going to talk about it.
If convicted, Nieves and Mackey face the possibility of life in prison. Read the latest on the Babylon body parts case on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Update now on the ongoing search of the woods in Manorville. The Suffolk DA says it's a necessary investigative step. Police and canine units were back in the woodslands yesterday. The search began 1 week ago. Sources telling Newsday it's in connection with the Gilgo killings case. However, officials have not confirmed that. Officials have not said if anything was found. Week 2 of testimony set to begin today in former President Trump's hush money trial in Manhattan. Banker Gary Farrow will return to the stand. Farrow helped Trump's former attorney, Lawrence native Michael Cohen, open accounts, including one that Cohen used to buy the silence of adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Only in Newsday, a little notice provision in the new state budget clarifies a law against passing a stopped school bus. It comes after a court sided with drivers who argued that photographic evidence didn't prove the vehicle they passed was a school bus or that it was picking up or dropping off children. The new provision in the budget amends the law to address those concerns. The Islanders are on the brink of elimination. If they lose tonight, the season is over. Game 5 against the Hurricanes is in North Carolina tonight. The Isles prevented a sweep with a 3-2 double overtime win Saturday at UBS Arena, but they still trail the series 3-1. The Knicks are also back on the court tonight at MSG for Game 5 against the 76ers. They currently lead the series 3-1. Major ice concerns are heating up for Montauk fishermen. Drew Scott explains how this could impact your dining experience. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Freshly caught fish from Montauk, a diner's dream. But to get it to a New York City or a Long Island dinner table 100 miles or more west, a 3-hour drive away requires this: ice and lots of it. Commercial fishermen we talk to say without ice, they cannot fish.
We can't fish without ice. Yeah, there's ice and fuel. So it would push our boats that pack out here now commercially and recreationally to go to Connecticut.
Commercial fishermen say the only Montauk ice provider at Gosman's Dock is selling its business, leaving the aging and sometimes out-of-service ice-making machine in question. That could spell disaster for this fishing fleet. Some of these professional skippers need up to 30 tons of ice a day for every trip to sea, sometimes 200 tons a week for the local fleet.
If we can't get ice in Montauk, it'll severely damage our fleet and disincentivize fishermen from working here.
Many members of the fishing fleet, numbering about 100 boats, believe the only viable solution may be to get the help of federal, state, or county officials, because the cost of replacing the only supplier of ice could cost around $2 million.
New York will lose the business because the boats will go to other states to get the ice. They'll go to Connecticut or they'll go to Rhode Island.
We're just hoping to save the commercial fishing industry for generations to come. Our kids want to be fishermen, and we have 3 generations of fishermen on our dock, and we're hoping to save it not only for ourselves but for the entire community.
The potential for losing ice making is sending a chill throughout this fleet in Montauk. Drew Scott for Newsday TV.
Drew, thank you. Read more about the Montauk ice concerns on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Believe it or not, you can sample exotic food from around the world, and it's all in one place. Plus, it's just a short drive away. Scott Vogel takes us there.
For 9 seasons, most Saturday nights from April to October, adventurous eaters from near and far have traveled to the world's borough, Queens, and the site of the 1939 World's Fair to taste the world's fair.
This is like a calamari ball.
Oh yeah. Yum. I can hear your objections from here. Since when is a food festival, even a great one, an adventure?
Answer: when you challenge yourself to eat nothing you've ever eaten before.
It's Sudanese flavors in the meat, the way the meat is done, and then also the layers are much thinner.
And press the vendors for travel tips.
So if you've never been to Sudan, you have to go visit Meroe. And a fun fact, Sudan actually has more pyramids than in Egypt.
It's made of fresh flour, coconut milk, and grated coconut, and then we put a little bit of sugar on top and we brulee it like creme brulees.
Hit me right between the eyes. I do love that. What's the one thing I can't miss?
If you want to avoid the touristy spot, you should go to Lombok. Lombok is just a boat right away from Bali.
So you bring the tea leaves here from your country?
From my country, yes.
Right.
So we ordered the fresh chili and then we ferment it in here as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How interesting. I love it crunchy with the nuts and then
Yes.
yeah, it's a nice combination.
I recommend you to go to see the backend. It's been a long time, more than 1,000 years. There is like a very old temple. It's like a more than 10,000 temple in there.
Like any great adventure, your trip to Queens will come with challenges. And I don't mean finding new great foods to try,
The lemongrass is so good.
but navigating the crowds to get to them. So why is it all worth it?
I can't imagine what this tastes like.
To experience the fun and thrill of the unknown.
The pizza the way it should be. No tomato sauce. And the cheese and the ground beef.
To take the cheapest of trips around the world.
No dish is more than $6.
And because when in Queens,
it's the one thing you gotta see.
For more on Scott's adventures, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage.
Now turning to weather, it's cloudy out there, but it should be staying a little gray out there. Let's take a look out there. Here's a look at Foster Memorial Beach and Sag Harbor. Yeah, it's gray out there, but it's not going to last long. Checking out your hyper-local forecast, cooler and cloudy today. Highs in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow we warm up a bit, highs in the mid 60s with a mix of sun and clouds. And looking at your 7-day forecast, you can look at this. No rain in sight till Sunday. We'll let you know if anything changes, but for now, enjoy the consistent spring-like weather. That's your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.